Welcome to the house that Rodney built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the Navy midshipmen taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. So Navy's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrum, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. Linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got great speed. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
He's right on target. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win early.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now the play fake. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
This offense has a 2nd down play. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back gets to give. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got it! How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And here comes the Navy offense. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Runs through the tackle. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Trying to get to it. A little screen to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Power football with the run. Smashes through. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The option look. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Navy will have to punt it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here come the Irish back on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He wants to pass it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Here's the handoff. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And now on second down for this offense. On the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Navy will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the returner will be knocked down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got the back in the middle. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Moving away from pressure. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. On first down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they get the sack right out of the gate. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Leaves it with the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish, back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Powers through. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes a connection. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Took them nearly the entire first half, but finally a red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First down here for the offense. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tight.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Quarterback checking off. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
Third and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the first down.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the big fullback. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Sticks it in his belly. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Irish. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Pittsburgh. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Offense set on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run the option. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Offense getting set for first down. He'll start this drive firing. Gets away, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He finds his man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
325.
They want to just keep throwing it. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the punishment has been extended. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. A first down for the offense.
Cricket.
The big fullback's got it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he's running in the open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose it.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
All right, and you ran that third down play, and you knew fourth down was coming. If you didn't score, what were you going to run? You're on the 2-yard line. It's your decision.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Richard. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tulane. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Navy will go back on the attack. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The back goes in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From deep in their own end, they'll throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
A shot toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the victory.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming to the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Man, This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Griffin. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. He'll just keep slinging it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Third down play from the gun. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Navy will have to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Finds his target down the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Notre Dame lines up quickly. On fourth down, going to the air. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown.
And they get the sack just like that.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed.